But I just ran to the vault. I was like, guys, I'm in the vault. I don't know what to do. I'm in the vault.
Yeah, we're over here fighting for that bomb site, and we're trying to get this objective, and he's like knifing people from the vault. We're like, what the frick is going on over there? Where are you? Oh, I'm just in the vault.
I'm in the vault, guys.
I'm behind them.
I don't know what to do.
Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Unrenowned, the Siege podcast, where we talk about... What do we talk about?
Siege.
What we like about Siege.
What we don't like about Siege.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Chris, and I'm all smiles.
Less sick this time?
A lot, yeah, actually.
That's good. All right, so today we are going to talk about some things that are about Siege, like patch notes.
No, before that, I'm supposed to have my thing.
You'll get your time. We're going to talk about patch notes. We're going to talk about map rankings. That'll be exciting. You down for that?
I am always up for that.
Not down.
You know, we say, are you up for that? Are you down for that? Is there like a time where you say which one's which? Like, is there a certain time where you say, are you up for that instead of down for that?
So if you're cool, you say you're down for that. If you're lame, you say you're up for that.
I'm up for a lot of things.
Are you middle for that?
Can there be like a side?
Yeah, are you...
I'm side for that.
I'll sidle up to that.
Right or left? Are you right to that? I don't know.
Yeah, this doesn't work. All right. Yeah, so we'll do that. And then some Reddit posts that we shall review and denounce and criticize and maybe agree with.
Agree with.
All right, so you wanted to complain about something?
Yeah, thank you. There's this thing, so I like to have my thing. I burned my mouth twice this week.
Congratulations.
Twice. So first time was a freaking chicken pot pie. Those get like 1,000 degrees inside of there. But I let it cool for like a good amount of time,
Did you poke holes?
Yeah, I poked holes. I even opened it up. Like I opened it up to let it cool. I opened it up, I poured it all out. Anyway.
I think we need to review your hole poking methods.
I think it's just chicken pot pies are dangerous. There should be like a thing on there that says like these are very dangerous, but there is. So yeah, I'm eating my chicken pot pie and there's a little green thing in there. I found out later it's celery that burned the roof of my mouth like pretty bad.
There's this green thing I've never seen before.
Well,
I didn't recognize it. After thorough research, I discovered it was celery.
I didn't know what it was because it wasn't like a celery piece. It was like the skin of celery that had come off. So I just knew it was a vegetable of some sort. Uh-huh. And so I had to look on the box to see what vegetables were. I knew it wasn't a pea, obviously. I thought it was like, I don't know. Anyway, I found out it was celery. So that was the first one. It hurt pretty good. Like 2 days later, I took a picture. Ryan saw the picture.
Yeah, that was the highlight of my day.
It was hurtful.
A picture of the inside of his burned mouth. All right, that is enough
and
indulgence
then the
on
second
the burned
time,
mouth, I think.
Okay. Second time, I burned... Sorry, I'm going to talk about it anyway.
Time.
I burned it on pizza today.
I actually witnessed that one. So shall we get on to some patch notes?
Yeah.
Test server. So these are on the technical test server now. They'll probably be slightly modified before getting live, but for now, this is a preview as to what's coming.
Okay, it's kind of annoying that you can't talk about the test server on the regular Siege Reddit.
You know, the regular Siege subreddit has a lot of things that are annoying about it.
Yeah.
But, we should do that one day. Top 5 most annoying things about the Siege subreddit.
I gotta go top 7.
Or, sorry, Rainbow Six subreddit. Why don't you hit us with some patch notes, Chris?
Patch notes of Rainbow Six Siege.
You don't have it?
No.
Okay. First one. This is exciting. There is now a toggle activated by default for Montane and Pulse's special abilities. We actually talked about this in our last episode when we went over the changes from closed beta.
Yes, and we said it's not implemented.
Yeah, in the beta, we had asked for Montane to be toggleable instead of hold.
That we did.
And here we are. It seems like every single week that we talk about something, it gets implemented the next week.
Exactly. So spawn voting in casual, please.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, please. Thank you.
And droning. Not getting kicked out of your drone.
Yes. Between the two, what do you want more?
Spawn voting.
Yeah, spawn vote and casual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
At least spawn communicating telling you where you're gonna spawn.
At the very least.
You should be able to pick.
Please.
But anyway.
So yeah, Montaigne and Pulse mains, you can cancel your next appointment with your carpal tunnel syndrome specialist, and congratulations on that. What's next, Chris?
Placing a deployable shield perpendicular near a window will no longer block the vault action for some windows.
Thank Tachanka.
Okay. That's funny.
Yeah, thank you. You know what this is about?
Yeah, I know what this is about. I read these two, this one and the one after. I read them completely wrong. I read them opposite.
Oh.
So I thought it was saying, like, it will always do that. I was like, that's kind of stupid. Like,
yeah, that would be stupid.
I'm glad that that's not a thing anymore. That's good.
Let's just review it real quick just so everybody knows who may not know. So this is the glitch where you can put a shield down perpendicular to a window, and then people can't vault into that window. And the only way to be able to vault in there is to destroy the shield with an explosive. So that was a major exploit that they basically decided they weren't going to enforce penalties for. Mm-hmm. And so it became actually part of the meta.
Yep. It's been around for forever.
Yeah. So the next one, Glaz's rifle will no longer penetrate Castle's barricade. So we talked about Castle recently, too, about how he needs a buff and what he can do that's good and where he needs fixes. This is good.
It's very good. And this one I also read wrong. For some reason, I read that, I don't know what I read the first part, but I read, like, he will be able to destroy barricades now. I don't know. And I was like, he could do that before. Well, why is that a thing?
I don't know if you saw this post when it was first posted, because it was actually written incorrectly at first.
Oh, was it? Uh-huh. Okay, so that's why I'm confused.
So Epi, like, there's several comments if you scroll down, and Epi had said he went back and fixed it. So, Glaz will no longer penetrate or destroy castle barricades. Okay. So that's a big buff for Castle.
Yeah. I mean, yes, it is a huge buff for Castle. That's going to be pretty good, actually. But I think he still has a need for something else. I don't think that's enough.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, for sure. He needs a full rework. But, I mean, this is good. There's not much else in here that's really of note. There's some fixes for mouse scroll wheels, little fixes for Clash and Maverick. There's really not much else that's worth talking about. So it's live on the technical test server now. You can go play it there if you're on PC. No date yet on when it will be coming to the real game.
No, it doesn't say. I'm going to guess a week.
I mean, it'll be probably a couple of weeks at least. So, but that's what you have to look forward to. So highlights again, you'll have a toggle for Montaigne and Pulse, and no more shield glitch on the windows, and Glaz will no longer penetrate castle barricades.
Happy.
Pretty cool. All right, let's move on to our kind of featured segment of this episode. We're going to rank the maps. So let's break down how we're going to do this. So first of all, just to set some ground rules, we are explicitly not ranking these based on like, oh, this is the best competitive map for Pro League
Definitely
play,
not.
right? Like, first of all, to be totally honest, I'm not that interested in Pro League play. And second, like, I wouldn't have any insight into that because I'm not that good of a player. So this is definitely like more like these are the maps that are fun to play, that are iconic, that, I mean, how competitive and balanced the map is certainly factors into it, but it's not like the end all be all. Is that fair?
Yeah.
And also this is our ranking, so if you disagree with it, that's okay. We'd love to hear about it. Tell us how wrong we are, but you know what? It's our ranking, so deal with it. Okay, so here's how we're going to do it. So I have this theory. When we're playing Siege, you know, sometimes, let's say Consulate comes up and I get very excited. Mm-hmm. Or let's see, what's another good example? Bank. Anyways, like I see one of those maps come up and like I get really excited, right? I'm like, oh, this is awesome. On the other side, like freaking Theme Park comes up or Tower, and I like am very disappointed and can like contemplate just shutting the game off right there because that's like a 30-minute dedication to a bad map. Chalet is the map where it comes up and I have no feelings. None at all. Like, it's just like, oh, here we are on Chalet. We're going to play a game. It's going to be fun. Not going to be immeasurably fun. It's just going to be a map or a game on Chalet.
But it's not going to be bad.
It's not going to be bad, but it's not
I think actually I am like around the same. Like, I don't get mad that it's Chalet, but I'm also not like, oh, yeah, Chalet.
It's always kind of just like a safe pick. Okay. It's like
Chalet.
It's like, bummer, it's not Bank, but at least it's not Theme Park. Like,
yeah.
So, the point of all this is I think Chalet is the very middle, just the base level map. And so I think every other map is either better than Chalet by a certain amount of degrees or worse than Chalet by a certain amount of degrees. So we're going to start our ranking in the middle on Chalet and then just kind of do Chalet +1 and Chalet -1 and Chalet +2 and Chalet -2. Okay. And we'll see in the end if we actually end up with Chalet in the middle.
So can I just say Chalet -10 if I really don't like a map, or is that not okay?
I mean, so it's basically just like because it's an ordered list, right, of the best to the worst. And so my theory is that Chalet will land right in the middle of that list.
Okay.
And so we'll kind of see whether or not that happens.
Okay.
I don't know. It's weird, but I think it'll be a fun, like, different way to rank the maps. And that way we're working toward the best and the worst, and that'll be kind of interesting. So, okay, let's look at our list of maps here. So just looking at this and trying to see, like, what's right around that Chalet level. Oh, gosh. The ones that stand out to me would be Plain.
Okay, I was just going to say Plain.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
What else is standing out to you right there in the middle?
I feel like Coastline is around that area.
I think I think it's close, but I think Coastline is probably a little bit higher.
Okay.
Okay, let me just go down the maps here and just kind of say each one that's right around there. Canal is probably right around there for me. Plain. Yeah, maybe Coastline or maybe Skyscraper. I'm starting to think Chalet might be lower than I think. I don't think there's many maps that I dislike more than Chalet. I think Chalet might be the baseline of I don't hate this, and everything else is better than that.
Okay.
Okay, but so Plain. Is Plain better or worse than Chalet?
I think
hard. It's worse.
I'm going to agree. I think it's worse.
I think it's worse. I think, okay, the problems with Plain, it's the spawn peaks are so stupid.
Oh, yeah. Spawn peaks on Plain suck.
They're so stupid. And then it's just like, it seems like the fight is always just getting into the stupid plane.
Yeah. There's not really fighting inside the plane. It's just so compact, like lengthwise, there's just so much length. It's so compact.
Right. Just the way it is, it's almost impossible to flank.
Yeah.
So it just becomes these like pixel peak shots down long hallways and stuff.
It's really like, it's fun to play 'cause it's a plane, right? Like that's a fun map to play just because it's a plane.
Yeah, it's almost like it should be better than it is because of the setting.
Yeah.
But then it turns out to not be that good. Like I feel like a lot of operators' gadgets become useless on plane.
Yeah.
Or not as effective at least.
Yeah.
Just because of the space constraints. And then it's just kind of a weird layout. Like, so yeah, Chalet. I mean, Plain definitely worse than Chalet in my mind.
Yeah, I agree.
In fact, it might even be more than Chalet -1. It might be our Chalet -2 or 3.
In agreement.
What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know if it's -3. I don't think I'd say -3.
So let's throw Canal up. Do you think Canal's better or worse than Chalet?
I think it's worse.
Worse than Chalet. I think I can sign on to that. I think it's right there where I could go either way, but I can sign off on Canal worse than Chalet.
I would do Chalet -1 for Canal and Chalet -2 for Plain.
Okay, I think I'm agreeing with you there. What are the problems with Canal? Why is it worse than Baseline?
I don't really know. I just don't like it.
I think my problems with it, the fact that it's basically 2 separate maps.
Yeah, like and it's just connected by one little strip.
And it's just like on lower level play, pretty much only one building is ever used. You know, wherever the objective is, that's just where all the play happens, and so it's kind of like the other side doesn't even exist. And then it's also just kind of annoying as an attacker with the roamers that are like just hiding on the other end of the map and just waiting till the last second. It's just like, I mean, I guess that's good play, but it's just kind of annoying to like always have to worry about that.
Yeah, that is annoying. I hate like especially it'll always be like a Caveira. So, like it'll be someone
always Caveira.
I guess either way, even if it's like Caveira Jaeger, you still have to worry about them, right? But yeah. You get that one operator that's coming in late or something, and Caveira gets them. It just sucks. Like,
I think the other problem I have is like a lot of the objectives, there's not very many ways into them.
Yeah.
Like particularly that CG3, Coast Guard 3, or no, sorry, Control Center 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because like that whole one side, you can't repel onto the windows over there, and like I think that's dumb. I don't understand why you shouldn't be able to do that and put pressure from that side. So pretty much you can't put pressure from a whole side of that top room. And then there's always the person like hopping out from the stairs and killing you while you're trying to breach that wall. So,
yeah, I think the other problem right now, especially, is like so it's only in casual. It's the only time you can play it, and so it sucks when it's like in Coast Guard. Or, okay, let's say it's Control Center floor 3, and you spawn all the way out by Coast Guard. You have to, like, run across the whole map.
Yes.
Be careful about spawn peeking. Like, the whole way you get over there, you probably lose one guy because of spawn peeking because you got so far to go. And then, like, you've wasted so much time just getting over there. You have to, like, clear that whole first building. Like, instead, like, the other way, like, say you got to spawn on the right side. You just attack Control Center from the correct side. You don't really have to worry about that guy that's on the other side of the map.
Right, exactly.
Because you're not even going to be over there.
Yeah. And casual breaks so many maps because of that fact, and particularly the bigger maps, and that's I think one reason why that stands out.
Did I say Canal was Chalet -1?
Yeah, that's what we were settling on there.
I feel like it's -2.
After so you think Plains better?
It. Yeah, I think it. Really? I don't know.
Let's.
They're fighting
here. We should actually be typing this up as we go so we can keep track. But let's put them there for now, and then we'll kind of go back through at the end and see how we're feeling about it.
Okay.
So looking back through the list again, what are you seeing that's maybe right above Chalet?
Coastline Skyscraper.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. I kind of have Bartlett University. I never played that map.
Ooh, Bartlett's really bad.
Okay.
That's not even on this list for some reason.
Probably because it doesn't even exist in the game anymore.
I'm looking at. I guess that's true, but we're still going to include it. Okay, so just real quick, if you're hearing noises in the background, somebody's like setting off fireworks in my neighborhood, so I apologize. Hopefully you can't hear it. Okay, so we're talking about Skyscraper and what'd you say?
Coastline.
What about Border?
I kind of like Border.
I do like Border. I don't know if I like it more than Coastline.
I think I do, but that's partly because I don't know Coastline as well as I know Border.
That's true. Okay, do you like Border more than Chalet?
Yes. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm probably with you there. Let's just talk about Chalet for a second. We haven't really got into that. Like, Chalet, it's just like right on the verge of, like I've already said, of like liking or not liking. And I think it's just because like, whether I'm attacking or defending, I always feel like it's unbalanced on the other team's side. And maybe that just means that it's really balanced and I'm just a bad player. But like attacking or defending, I always feel like, man, the other team has such an advantage here.
Yeah, I agree. I think I really don't. I can't say I like it, but I also definitely do not dislike it. So that's my only thing. I don't know why that is.
I think I would like it less if it wasn't snowy. There's just the thing about like the video game
having
snow level.
Snow. Yeah. Why is that? Why is that?
It's so satisfying
in every video
for some
game.
reason.
Like Halo, Assault on the Control Room, such a good map.
Yeah.
Just because it's snow.
The Mario games with the snow, like
yeah.
Yeah.
Why is snow so good?
I don't know. Something about snow in video games.
I mean, it's real life. You're like, snow's fun until you live in it, right?
Yeah.
But like,
snow's fine.
I don't know. Snow's cool.
For some reason, I think that's one reason I like Chalet more than I would otherwise. But okay, so back to Coastline Skyscraper. I think I like Coastline better than Skyscraper. This one's hard, though.
I agree. I know. I like Coastline better than Skyscraper for sure.
Okay, so are we saying Skyscraper's Chalet +1?
Yes.
Okay. So right now, just to keep everybody up, our ranking is Skyscraper, Chalet, Canal, Plain.
Yep.
Feeling good?
Yes.
Okay. You want to say anything about Skyscraper in particular?
So yeah, with Skyscraper, I just feel like it's also kind of like Canal in that it's like two different levels, like two different rooms. It doesn't really seem that way, but on the top floor, you have that room that has like the barrel, you know what I'm talking about? Just got that giant keg or whatever.
Yeah.
That kind of separates the two. And then after that, there's that room that's like, it's kind of like it's outside, like above you is just like leaves. And then there's like a door on one side and just like a door on the other side.
You're going to need to some call outs here because I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't? So there's like, okay, so you got that.
So you're not talking about Geisha.
No, so Geisha is like that one side of the map.
Where it's like the purple room.
Yeah, so you move like
So on
away
the other side,
from
they're like the
Geisha.
office.
Yeah, so towards the office, between the two, you got like that room that has a giant barrel.
Yeah, where you can jump off the.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly. Into the other, and then you got the other room right next to that. That's like basically almost like you're outside. Like above you, is just a bunch of leaves and stuff like that, and there's like little lights.
Yeah.
Okay. So that separates out on the second floor. On the first floor, it's just separated by like right by the reception desk. There's like that little main hallway.
Mm-hmm.
On the other side, it's just like also just like a little shipment room. Like it really is two different buildings.
Yeah.
And I feel like in the same way, it's kind of like Canal, where like you have to worry about that guy that's on the other side of the map.
Yeah, it's pretty mazy. I feel like in that big open room on the first floor, like every single time I walk in there, I'm lost. And again, this comes down to us being bad and not not playing enough. But like I walk into that big room, that big lobby room, and I have no idea where I am.
Yeah, I think too, like that lobby room is almost never played. Like there's not gunfights in there really.
Yeah.
Like all the gunfights are almost on objective in that map.
The other thing about that map is something about it. I think just the way it's set up, where it kind of looks all the same from the outside. It's one of the maps where I have a hard time associating the outside with the inside. So like when I hit a window, I don't always know where I'm going.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. And
yes.
I think it's because like the outside looks so similar all the way around, and there's not really any distinguishing features because you're pretty much just getting up onto like the walkway that goes around it.
That's one thing I hate about it too, is maps like that. Border kind of has that same like thing where you have to be on that walkway. There's no easy way off.
Right.
There's no cover. Like
right, and you're stuck on a certain part. Yeah, and you're stuck on that one part of it, and then you have to like jump down if you want to move around.
Yep.
And the skyscraper is even worse because you can't get on the roof to cross over. Whereas on Border, at least you can get on the roof.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I think that's pretty good justification for skyscraper there, right above Chalet.
I would put Coastline right above that.
That's probably fair. I feel like Border is a little more balanced than Coastline, and it's just more cohesive in a way. Like it just comes together easier in my mind.
Mm-hmm. I also I think those are the two polar opposites. You have like the snow maps, and you have like the dusty, like clearly like
the desert map.
Obviously, desert map. And I feel like those are the two that people like the most all the time. It's like you love the snow, you also really love the desert.
What about the lava map?
I don't.
When are we getting a lava map in Siege?
Never.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's never going to be a thing.
It should be.
Why?
Because there's always lava levels.
But how would they build it on a volcano? Maybe volcano.
It's there's
call it Mordor.
Some super villain that's got some base on a volcano that we can siege. They're making an event, some kind of Hawaii Day event.
Speaking of events, did you see that little thing about House?
Yeah. Explain that real quick.
I hope so. Just someone saw this little snippet, on the bottom right of the screen where you can do that discovery play or whatever.
Uh-huh.
They saw that, but theirs was House, and it was like
kind of zombies.
Zombies. It was like a haunted house, basically.
Yeah.
So what I'm hoping is not that it's PvE, just
Halloween themed house.
Yeah, I hope it's just a Halloween themed house that you can play 24/7.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be like Outbreak, where it's just a PvE event.
Yeah. Probably. I don't get why they can't. Sorry, this is way off topic, but why don't they keep those in the game? Why be okay, this is gone now? No.
It's a game design thing. By making it time limited, you're encouraging people to play it while it's there.
Yeah, that's true.
I would not be surprised though if Outbreak came back for a week or something. I think it'd be cool once they have enough events if they were kind of just cycling through them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get back to our ranking here. So, are we comfortable to put Border right above Coastline then?
I am very comfortable with that.
Yeah, I think that's good. Border's a good map. I think this is where we start getting into stuff. It's okay, these are the really fun maps that I really like.
Yeah.
It's not as popular among our squad. Basically, anything past the original 10 maps are not as popular among our squad just due to the drop off that they experienced after release and not knowing all those maps. So.
Yeah.
If the rest of our squad was on here, we'd really have to fight for Border. But this is our podcast, so screw them. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so now we're looking at what's worse than Plane. What's the best map on this list that's worse than Plane?
Best map worse than Plane? I go Theme Park.
Theme Park. Theme Park's also not on this list. What list am I looking at? This is a garbage list.
I don't know. Go to r6maps.com. That's where I'm looking.
Okay, hang on here.
This list is nice. I got nice little pictures. Did you have pictures?
This is good. No, I had no pictures.
Okay.
This is much better.
This helps, yeah.
r6maps.com, boys. Theme Park versus Tower. That's interesting. The theme park, I think, is a more competitively sound map, that for sure, and that's why it's still in the ranked playlist and stuff. And I think they even do it in Pro League. Is that true? Or
I'm not sure.
I don't know either. I just make things up. I don't know anything about Pro League. But so okay, here's my thing about Tower. A couple of the objectives I actually really like the what is it? The like media room, I think, the one that's like the purple room. Like I think playing that objective is super fun. And then like on the bottom floor, it's gosh, I wish I knew callouts better. It's got like the kitchen adjacent to it. That one I feel like is kind of fun, but then the other objectives are just like hot garbage. So it's like balancing like one that's like pretty good in some spots and bad in other spots versus one that's just kind of like mediocre at best overall.
I like Theme Park's Drug Labs room.
Drug Labs is pretty good. That one window is super problematic though. It's just like it closes off a rotation permanently for the defenders, and it's just very annoying.
It's true. But I definitely put Theme Park above Tower.
The thing also about Theme Park is it's another one of those maps where it's basically two maps. Like it's divided.
Separated by that stupid train. I don't know the other side of the map. I know the side that has Drug Labs, and I know it well, but I don't know the other side at all.
Yeah. Every time I go into the trains, I'm lost again. Like I never know which one's on which side. And this is my fault again, but also it's map design, right? Like if the map were designed better, it would be more clear what's in which direction.
Where you are, yeah.
You know, like I played freaking Facility in GoldenEye, and I was never confused where I was. Maybe that's just because I played it a lot, but also, you know, this was back when they didn't know how to design maps, and that was much easier to understand for me at least. So, okay, I will concede Theme Park over Tower, if nothing else, just because it's more balanced, I think, and it's ranked. So,
good call.
Okay. So we're saying Canal Plain, Tower. Canal Plain, Theme Park, and then Tower.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going back up to the top. So we had Chalet, and then going up, Skyscraper, Coastline, and Border. So what are the next maps kind of right there? I'm looking at the Hereford rework.
Okay, I put Oregon. Hereford rework for me, though, is pretty high.
I think I like that map a lot. I just don't know it well enough yet
to make a good judgment.
Really say.
Yeah. I just love that third floor. I love it so much.
The third floor is cool.
It's so fun. I think Oregon for sure goes above Border. I don't think there's anything that competes to be worse.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Not that Oregon's bad. Like Oregon's good.
No, we're into the good maps here. But yeah, Oregon I think has fewer viable objectives than some of these other maps.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just kind of has the same thing where it doesn't really have a good flow. It kind of locks itself down to like kind of the objective you're playing and right kind of around there. So it's just kind of the way it's designed.
Yeah.
So yeah, Oregon. Let's do a couple more on top because I think we're ending up with more maps ending up on top here than we are below.
Yeah.
So let's do like two more up here and then we'll round out the bottom and then we'll come back up to the top. So just above Oregon,
I put Cafe. I'm thinking Cafe. And I'm thinking Hereford. And Cafe are fighting for that position.
Yeah, I don't know if I can put the Hereford rework above Cafe yet.
I'm fair for that just because I don't know it well enough. But I love the third floor. Skylight though.
I think I can, and here's why. Because Cafe only has 3 objectives, and that kitchen objective is really, really tough.
Yeah. To okay. Yep.
So. And like I think it's fun to defend that kitchen objective.
I enjoy it thoroughly.
Yeah, we have a pretty solid strategy that we do there. If not solid, at least like fun to play.
Includes Echo and Maestro. That's all you need.
Yeah. So let's just go through it real quick. So basically, what we do is, so I do Maestro. I put a Maestro, what are they called, Evil Eye, right by that main door that comes into the bakery. And then I do another one over by the windows. And so they both can kind of cover each other. And like, I can kind of see the same angle from both of those, but just like slightly different. And then I can see all the way down that long hall that goes into like the dining area or whatever. So that gives us a ton of vision on it. And then you do Echo. What exactly do you do?
So I just sometimes I put both of them in that room. Kind of where you have your Evil Eyes. One just like
people
up by
are
that
always
door.
going for the plant in that room. That bakery room.
Yeah. And then other times I'll put one there and I'll put one like back in that back hallway by the kitchen just to kind of watch it.
Yeah.
But if we have somebody that's in our squad able to listen to us or whatever, they'll just watch that.
Yeah.
And then we can just have both Echo drones.
Yeah.
In
And then usually
room.
what I'll do is I'll go hide on the second floor so I can get a flank if needed. And then we'll kind of have usually we'll have one or two guns on the bakery kind of defending those doors and windows. And then one other guy kind of watching the backside with the kitchen and stuff. And that seems to actually do pretty well considering how hard that objective can be to defend.
Yeah, it works.
Those evil eyes really just draw the attacker's attention and it just wastes a ton of time because they're just sitting there looking at them while we're just looking at each other and they're waiting for me to open it or something. And it's just like, I'll stay here all day. Like you're just burning your clock. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
So, and we've had multiple times where somebody's like jumped in and then like they start planting and I'm just zapping them. And then you stun them. So it interrupts the plant. And then I'm like zapping them and I stop and they try to shoot me. And then they're trying to like plant again. And then like our guys come in to flank them. And it's like, it's just the combo of Maestro and Echo is just so dirty. It's so fun.
Yeah.
And
then we have like Legion mines up there too.
Oh yeah. We've always got Legion mines all over the freaking place. Thank you, Tay Ray G. Okay. So then above Cafe, what were we talking about?
Hereford? Yeah.
Let me just review. So the other maps that are definitely up here at the top, let's just go through it. It's going to be Bank, it's going to be Consulate, it's going to be House.
And Clubhouse.
Actually,
I don't think I put Hereford there.
What would you put there?
Clubhouse.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking Clubhouse.
Gosh, I really like it a lot since this is where like I'm going to regret it the most when we come back to visit this in like a few months because I just don't know Hereford well enough yet. But I have had a lot of fun on it. And usually on new maps, I really dislike them from the start.
But we do know Hereford to an extent.
It's
definitely different, but we kind of understand where we are.
Sure, we have like a groundwork. But just the fact that I've been enjoying it kind of from the start, I think is a strong case that it's going to be a good map.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I will give you Clubhouse under Hereford.
Then I'll go Hereford for sure after that, I think.
Okay. And Clubhouse is great, especially since the rework. Like I really, really like playing those top two objectives now.
Yeah.
Where before they were just kind of okay. Yeah. And then even the basement is way more fun with that new entry and stuff.
Yeah, I love Clubhouse. I really like that map.
Yeah, Clubhouse is
I just
good.
love Hereford more.
These are all good. Okay, so let's go around at the bottom, then we'll come back up to the top. So what we have left for the bottom here is going to be Yacht, Bartlett,
and
Favela. Oh gosh, those are all bad maps. Skyscraper? No, we just no. Sorry, no. I mix up Skyscraper and Tower all the time. But yeah, so it's gonna be those three. Let's just get out with it. Favelas is the worst map in Siege.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Right? Like, is there?
Favela sucks.
Bartlett is bad, and so are you saying you never played Bartlett?
Never played it.
So I
played it in the where it's all smoky. What's that called?
Sure. Situation. No. What is that called, guys?
It's in the situations, like the last thing
Article,
you play.
Article 5?
Oh, yeah, Article 5. There you go.
There you go. So just to give some background, so Chris went on a LDS mission that you just got back from 4 months ago, 5 months ago?
3 months ago.
3 months ago? So, yeah, so he basically missed 2 years of Siege, and that was the time that Bartlett came out and then disappeared from the game. So,
and before I left, it was like, are we ever going to get Bartlett University? Like, this map was promised forever ago. And they gave it to us.
The story behind Bartlett. The whole story behind it was that, like, when they were releasing the game and marketing it, they were saying there was 11 multiplayer maps, and then there was 10 because Bartlett wasn't included. It was only that Article 5. So that was kind of a little bit of a scandal, I guess. But what it comes down to is Bartlett was not really designed for PvP, and it's pretty clear. And there is literally only one door that goes into the building. So there's windows, obviously, but like, you have to rappel up to them. And the peaks on that map were ridiculous. Like, there was not enough ways into the map from the backside. Like, there was pretty much like one whole corner where you really couldn't get in to the map at all that way. So you were forced to come in on very few entry points. And it was just so stupid to try to attack that map. But I think Favela is way worse. Like, just how everything is destructible in Favela. Like, every single time it just ends in a wide open room that you're trying to defend from defenders who are sitting on buildings with cover. Like there's just way too much room for sorry, I said defenders, I meant attackers. There's way too much room for attackers to maneuver outside of the map and like cover every angle in the objective from outside.
Yeah.
Is there any other criticism you throw at Favela beside that, or does that cover it?
I think that's pretty much it. It's just bad. Like, it's just bad.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had fun on Favela, is what I would say.
I've had fun on Favela, but I don't think I've had enough fun on Favela.
I mean, I guess to the extent that Siege is always fun, in a way. Like,
yeah,
yes.
where I've had like a cool kill or something.
Yeah, but
like, it's not a good map.
No,
it's bad.
It's very bad.
After Tower, bottom. Yeah, I put Yacht above Bartlett. I don't like Yacht. I think it's bad, but I also don't hate it that much.
Agreed. Yeah, like Yacht, I actually really liked when it first came out.
Yeah, I think I'm actually to the point where I might swap that with Tower.
I don't know about that.
Tower sucks.
Tower's bad, but I think Yacht is really bad. Oh gosh, these ones are hard. So Yacht was the first DLC map, right?
Yeah.
I think
everybody was very nervous that they didn't know how to build maps at all when it came out.
Is that true?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because it came out and people didn't like it. People were like, it's not balanced or whatever after like a little bit of playing it. And so people were scared of the new maps that were going to come out if there weren't going to be any good ones.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
But then Border happened.
But like, I feel like I have like better memories of Yacht just because like it was a new map, and so like it was exciting in that way because it was the first time it was like a new map.
Yeah.
And also like Frost and Buck were really cool.
Yeah.
So, but just thinking about playing it, I don't know, like that top floor objective is just...
top floor sucks.
Oh, it's just freaking suicide.
It's so bad.
It's very, very bad. And then like as an attacker, you're walking through these long hallways and you try to clear these rooms, and it's just too hard to lock the defenders down, like to close off routes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like...
Okay. Yeah, actually, I think I give Tower above Yacht.
Tower, at least, like it's
I also
super
hate Tower.
mazy, and like the freaking what are they called, the rafter things,
catwalks.
The catwalks, like,
yeah,
that's really bad. But it does at least kind of like each objective is sort of isolated in a good way, as opposed to...
Yeah. I agree.
So
Tower's above Yacht.
I don't have like a super good case for either of them, but I guess that's what I can say. Okay, so now let's just break down what we have here, and then we'll finish at the top. So starting from the top, we have Hereford, Clubhouse, Cafe, Oregon, Border, Coastline, Skyscraper. Chalet is supposed to be the middle, but I think we're ending up with Chalet being a little bit below the middle. Mm-hmm. Then Canal, Plain, Theme Park, Tower, Yacht, Bartlett U, and Favela is the worst map in Rainbow Six Siege. So we're left with House, Bank,
and Consulate.
Really? Those are our top three? That's actually kind of surprising to me.
Really?
I mean, not really.
Those have been my top three since we started this.
I guess... No, I mean, I guess not. That's not really surprising. It's just...
House and Consulate for sure are on the top.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about House, because people are going to hate that we're putting House so high.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about House.
It's good.
House is super fun. Okay?
So
like, every single person who started playing Siege played House and was like, this game is amazing. And they played the other maps and was like, I'm not sure about this game. Right? Like,
yeah.
Like, House is just so easy to grasp, and like, you immediately understand it because it's a house. Like, and it makes sense.
It's built in a way that makes complete sense. Like, there's garages downstairs. There's a weight room downstairs. There's regular stairs that go upstairs. There's like a regular main room. There's a regular kitchen. There's a regular bedroom with a bathroom. Like, it makes complete sense.
Right. There's basically two sets of stairs, right? There's the main stairs in the front, and then there's also kind of the kitchen stairs going down the basement. That's basically one set of stairs. And then there's a set of back stairs. And like, that makes total sense. Obviously, like, a house that small probably wouldn't have two sets of stairs like that, but it just comes together. It's
understandable in the game. Like, you can see it and you like know where you are almost.
Yep. And it's so distinct. Like, you never walk into a room in House and it's confusing what room you're in or like what connects to it. It's just like from any room you can see outside enough to like gather a lay of the land and where you are and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Most of the map is in play every single game, which is like, I guess what people don't like about it is that it's so small, but this is what I love about it, is that it's so small that you can use the whole map in every round. The one part that like doesn't really come into play all the time is that like office that is like out in the corner by the dining room, right? Yeah. Like that back dining room portion doesn't really come into play as much as the rest of the house.
When it's garage, it does, because they try to peek that to kill attacking garage. But
like, overall, like
it's that part's the only part. But other than that, no matter where you are on the map, you are in play in the game.
And like
it's fun.
I think the criticisms against it mostly come down to like attackers. They can get in so fast and they can cover every angle from the outside. But I feel like if you know that's the case and you play it properly, like obviously a pro league play, it's going to be different because like everything's going to be optimized, right? So people aren't going to make bad mistakes. But if you play it good as a defender, you can keep people from getting onto the treehouse or getting onto the like
easy. You can easily keep people getting on the treehouse.
Yeah, and like it's so easy to like run out the basement door and like kill the guy who's on the treehouse, right? Like, I mean, there's I feel like there's counters to all that stuff.
Yep.
It's just, it just plays so well, and I love that it goes so fast, right? Like,
yeah, it's so exciting.
And like, I just love as a defender how, like, the attackers can take the map pretty quickly if they play it well, but also like, you can hop out a window and like come back in from another side, like,
and you can take it back so quickly.
You can be in a completely different area like so fast, and like that's super super fun.
You can run away from people too. Like, if there's someone there, like you can get away. Easy. There's so many ways for you to go. Like you go up a stair, you can go like any direction. You can be like on another floor or go up more stairs. Like, I love it. It's
right. Good. So I hope that we've made a good enough case that people can understand at least where we're coming from, where we really like House and we think it's up here. I personally, if this was just like my straight up, like these are my favorite maps, I think House would be on top, no question.
Okay.
But I will concede that it's probably not that we're necessarily saying like, oh, the top map on our list is the best map in Siege, but I will concede that House does have some problems that make it less competitive, and in that way,
it's not as good.
I'll not force it to first. Are you on the same track, or are you thinking like House should be first?
I am not thinking House should be first.
Okay, so then the question is House second or third?
I put House as second. I think
so too. It's like it would be first, but it's not for those like basically. I'm basically just conceding like to the community that okay, fine, like House shouldn't be.
Yeah, that and.
So given that, I'm putting it second.
I honestly, this other map I think I like better than House.
Okay, I'm gonna guess that you're thinking Consulate for the top.
That is exactly what I'm thinking.
I think I can agree with that. Like, I freaking love Bank. Like, I love Bank.
So fun.
So fun. But Consulate is just so good. And part of this, I think, just comes back to, like, this was one of the maps in the closed beta that we just, like, so we know it perfectly. Like,
yeah. Closed beta, I liked. I think I started loving House most, and then by the end of it, I loved Consulate the best. And I think I've had Consulate as my favorite map.
I don't think there's any way I could say that I liked any map more than House until I played this game for at least like 60
I liked Consulate. Because I got to know. Okay, well, that was the thing. Not people weren't really roaming at that time, but I had kind of figured out the whole roaming thing, and I got so good at it in Consulate. Okay. It's such a good map for roaming. So every time we played Consulate, I did so well.
Yeah.
Like I started the meta. I didn't start the meta, but I was playing that meta that's being played. That's being played now, where you're like someone somewhere, you go downstairs and get the flank on them, start roaming.
Consulate is great for roaming. I'll definitely agree with that.
I love it. And it has that same thing as House, where like you have a problem, you can get away. Like you can run. There's stairs and there's another stairs and there's multiple stairs for you to go.
I think one thing that it has in common with House is that it's very easy in a lot of places if you're on like an upper floor to just kind of like jump down onto the floor below you.
Yeah.
Right? Like from the spiral stairs or from like the corner stairs, you can kind of just jump down. You don't have to actually like descend a staircase.
Yeah. There's also, there's trapdoors in every map, but that map specifically, there's enough places where like, I think that map almost also plays into wherever you are, you're in the game, other than being in archives if it's somewhere. Like other than that, you're pretty much in the game.
Yeah. And yeah, like on the trapdoors again, like there's enough around to give you like tons of rotation, but also they don't overwhelm how many are on any one objective.
Yeah.
So I think they do a really good job with that. And then I just love actually, you know what? I don't love the first floor bomb site on Consulate. That's the
Yeah.
one thing. Like,
I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
yeah, it's fine. Like, I can play it. But, and then, like, the thing about Consulate is I like all the other game mode objectives a lot. I like the Visa Office Biohazard objective and the hostage objective over there.
Same. I also like Admin Office.
Admin Office is super cool.
I think it's fun. I think it's super exciting.
Yeah, and then of course the basement.
Do you remember that one Admin Office rush we had where it was like 28 seconds and we'd won? You threw a frag up and you got like a triple kill with a frag.
Yes, I remember this. This is an old story.
Oh, very old, but it was so good.
Yeah, we were like totally out of time. I think we had like a bunch of us gotten spawn peaked or something.
No, I was we were just rushing at the beginning because I picked IQ with LMG and Silencer.
This is like a 20-second win.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was good. And this is the same for House and Consulate. Just those garage objectives are just so fun to play.
Yeah.
From both sides. Like I love just breaching that big wall and like the fight to try to breach that big garage door, and then once it's open, like trying to keep them out. Like it's so fun on both sides.
Yeah.
So we kind of killed our opportunity to talk about the third place map here, but we should have done this first. But Bank, also very, very good map. What Bank has that's unique to all the other all the other maps, I think, is that every objective on Bank is good. I feel like.
Yeah, I'm thinking about them all. Yeah, I would play every single one.
I definitely like some more than others.
I can pick anyone. I'm comfortable with that. Like I feel like it's a good objective to defend.
Yeah, and balanced, right?
Yeah.
So
and it's a bank. Like that's just cool.
It's a classic counter-terrorist situation, right? So it is a little disappointing that the vault isn't more prominent.
Yeah, it's not really played at all.
Bank. Like if you're playing hostage and you get that hostage objective in the vault, then it does come into play. But like for the most part, the vault itself is kind of like out of the map.
And there's kind of a cool thing to that. If you can get into the vault as an attacker, they just don't know you're there. Like they kind of forget that part.
That's true.
Like I don't know if you remember that game. We played it recently, but I just kind of ran in from the garage and just ran straight to the vault. Like somehow I didn't get seen. But I just ran to the vault. I was like, guys, I'm in the vault.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do. I'm in the vault.
Yeah, we're over here fighting for that bomb site.
A bomb site, I think. Yeah. That's in the room with that one computer by security by
the tunnel.
The tunnel. There you go.
And we're trying to get this objective, and he's like knifing people from the vault. We're like, what the frick is going on over there? Where are you? Well, I'm just in the vault.
I'm in the vault, guys.
I'm behind them.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, we're just like, oh my gosh. So Bank's a really good map, but it's not as good as House or Consulate. So
no, I definitely put House. Yeah, House is above Bank just because it's House. I just love House.
House is just
Consulate is my favorite map.
So fun.
So from top to bottom, we have number 1 Consulate, then House, Bank, Hereford, Clubhouse, Cafe, Dostoevsky, Oregon, Border, Coastline, Skyscraper, Chalet, Canal, Plane, Theme Park, Tower, Yacht, Bartlett University, and Favela.
That's the list.
That's a lot of maps.
That is objectively true. If you argue with this, you are wrong. No, I'm just kidding. Tell us why we're wrong. Tweet us at R6Unrenowned and tell us how wrong we are. And we'll read it on the next podcast. All the hate that we get.
18 maps.
18 maps. It's a lot.
It is quite a bit.
So
we're not missing any, right?
No, I think that's it. So we spent a lot of time on this.
Yeah, we really did.
Let's knock out our Reddit post here. You want me to start?
Yeah, sure. We'll do you one, me one, you one, me one.
Okay, so my first one is really quick. This is basically, let's see, there's 2 different users that posted basically the same thing. I think they're actually like friends. Ubisoft sucks and Gunner with a E. Gunner, whatever. So basically what they posted was some examples of how broken the shields are. So like basically a blitz is like just in a custom game they were testing it. A blitz looking straight at the defender, and then it shows the defender's view, and for the defender, blitz is basically rotated like 90 degrees. So like blitz is not covered by his shield at all. He's completely sideways facing to the enemy. But on Blitz's screen, it looks like he's facing him directly. So that's essentially why you feel like you just get shot through your shield sometimes, because you basically did. So You kind of have to see it to like realize how bad it is, but I'll post the links in the show notes. And I just wanted to bring up like, wow, that's really bad. That's it for that one. Give me what you got.
So this one is, we've talked about this before, but it's another one of those posts. It's by u/winters_own. He says, Ubi, for the love of God, add in a forgive function for team killing offenses.
You're just going to bring this up every week until it happens, aren't you? You're trying to invoke our podcast privilege of every time we talk about something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
why
think we get to choose what the thing is, though. That's the thing.
That's a good point, yeah.
I think it's just like kind of
just
random.
something happens. But again, just says there's no excuse trying to be banned because you're playing in a 5-stack and a team accidentally moves in front of you, blah, blah, blah. It's another one of those, and people, again, comment, it's way overdue. Halo Reach, the first game I played with it. This guy, Halo 3, had it before Halo Reach, and just goes on with the same exact argument. But there it is again. There's another one. That one was a day ago. We still have no response yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Ubi hasn't even said anything about it.
Nothing. So that could either be like they have no idea how to do it, or they don't want to do it, or it's coming super soon. They just want to surprise everybody.
I think it's just like, before I say this, I'm going to say Ubisoft's community managers overall do a really, really great job.
Oh, they're very good.
This is just bad community management, to just ignore an issue like this, like regardless of what the situation is. Either just say like we're aware of it, we're accepting the feedback or whatever. Just I just hate that. I hate when they just ignore you, when it's like everybody's talking about this, the whole community.
Yeah. Every time it comes up, it gets thousands of upvotes.
Yeah.
Like 97% upvoted, 6.3K upvotes.
I mean, they even like on, I think, 2 episodes of the Unrenowned podcast, they like went into great depth about how important this is. And if Unrenowned says that, then,
yeah,
then it's probably pretty important.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Everything we say is pretty dang good. So
that Unrenowned podcast,
Anyway.
Okay, so this post is actually really fun. So this comes from Lash2828 on Reddit, and it's called Operator Names Translated Through Many Languages Until Something Different Came Back.
I saw that one.
So it's actually really funny. So I'm not going to go through all of them, but just kind of like the funnier ones. So basically he took an operator's name. We'll use Sledge for an example. Mm-hmm. And he puts it into Google Translate into some random language, and then translates it back to English. And I don't know, maybe he sends it through like 2 or 3 or 4 different languages. And then it comes back as something different. That's kind of funny. So Sledge became scroll, like mouse scroll, which, okay. Let's see. There's some other good ones. Thermite became termite.
Yeah. I saw that.
Castle became cabbage. Let's see.
What was Glaz's?
Oh, Glaz was good. Where's Glaz? Glaz became points.
Yeah. Okay.
Glaz giving them points. Rook is smoke, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Rook comes back.
What's Tachanka?
Tachanka. T-Chan.
Okay.
You like that? Okay, here's a good one. Fuse. Liquefy. Twitch became muscle. Montaigne. Natural lift. It's awesome. Let's see. Lesion became hurt. Which is really good. Just a little prick. Ella became she.
Okay.
I think that went through a Latin-based language, right?
Yeah.
Clash, a violent confrontation.
That is what it is. That happens in some languages. Like there's not a word for something, and so instead of saying the word, they describe it. And then you put it back to English, and it's like, oh, that's clash.
Yeah, it's a violent confrontation. Here's my favorite one. Echo became deprived of the nymph.
What even does that mean?
No. Deprived of the nymph. That's pretty good. Buck became dollar. Oh. Frost became had to.
That's actually pretty good.
Sorry, man. Had to. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I'll post a link to that one if you want to see the rest of it. But freaking deprived of the nymph. It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
So good on you there, Lash2828. Good job.
That had been fun.
All right, give us our final Reddit post of the podcast.
By Macro95.
Macro.
His title is For Those That Care. Basically talks about...
Stop. Don't care.
Okay. Basically talks about how the game used to be different a long time ago, and now when you play the game, it's just I'm assuming he's kind of talking about casual because I don't really see this problem as much in ranked. But like you start the game and all of a sudden it's 4v5 and then people are team killing each other, people are shooting at each other.
Yeah, this is only
being
casual.
punks.
Mostly.
Like basically talking about, I hope we can just like remember what the game used to be like and we can fix it together. He's played a lot. He's like 440 hours. His problem is he only has like one friend that plays the game, so he can't just go like a 5-man and play, which I would recommend the Rainbow Six Siege Discord. You can get a 5-man and play. Some of them, they're not all like the best players ever, but at least you'll have people playing the game, not ruining the game.
Yeah.
And you can make friends on there too. Like you can start making friends and find people you can play with. Like you can find people to play with.
The bottom line is like this game is way more fun overall playing with a team, right? And like it sucks if you don't have like actual friends that want to play with you, or if you just don't have friends. That also sucks in different ways.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, bottom line, like you should be playing this in a party. It's just a way better experience, even aside from team killing and like griefing and all that kind of stuff. Like it's just a better experience in a group. Yeah. So, and like it's not that hard to find people to play with. Like you said, there's the Discord. I think there's a subreddit for it. Isn't there?
Our Siege teams, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Or even just like you play with somebody you like and just add them as a friend. You know? And like we've found tons of people that we play with occasionally that are like that.
I think part of the thing that like happened is when the game first came out, most people that were playing had played either the open beta, loved the game, and so bought the game and were playing the game. And casual was kind of where most of us played for a while. Like ranked had its problems that people didn't like, and ranked was also like there were tons of griefers in ranked for a while.
Right, because the hacking was so bad.
Yeah.
At least on PC, the cheating was so bad that all the cheaters were in ranked, or at least they were like ranked higher than you.
Yeah.
And so
people, we'd all play casual. And so your casual base was more of like people that wanted to play the game, whereas now they've all migrated back to ranked because it's more of a safer area to play and it's more fun.
Yeah.
And casual's been left with the griefers.
Yeah, so that sucks. And so like the practical solutions, like these aren't the like the real solutions to the problem, but the practical solutions for you to like have a better experience is 1, play with the squad, and then 2, play ranked.
Yeah, find a squad. Get on the Discord and find some people to play with.
And whether you like, I hate saying like, well, play ranked, dude, if that's the problem. Like,
no,
because that's not the solution. Like to anything. Like the solution shouldn't be like you need to play ranked instead of casual if you want people to actually try to win. Like that doesn't make any sense.
No,
but
you're playing a game. You play games to win. Like,
yeah, I mean,
when do you not play a game to win?
Yeah, like, I mean, so I don't like really want to get into this right now, but like casual, yes, like I like don't take it so seriously, and like you're not playing like for some garbage reward that actually doesn't matter, like you are.
I agree.
But I mean, like if you're just like dicking around, go play a custom game. Like that's like just because you're in casual is not an excuse to just like dick around and like not play the game.
Yeah, I think like also like casual's a perfect place. Like if you don't know, like say you are waiting for a phone call, like you want to do something, you want to play Siege for a little bit, but you don't have the time to be able to say, okay, I commit this time to ranked play.
Right.
Like you just might not have that possibility.
Or you're a father and you have children who like, demand your attention.
So you're gonna play casual. You're not gonna risk your rank for something.
Yeah.
Or you just don't feel like playing ranked. Like you should be able to play casual and have a good experience in the game. Part of it's on Ubisoft's part. Like they don't really do anything with all. I mean, maybe they do. I don't know exactly, but it seems like they don't really do anything with all the reports they get of this person's toxic.
Right.
Again, there's a lot of people that are just griefing and toxic. Maybe a solution could be to get some moderators in the game that can get evidence of toxic players and can ban them.
Yeah, I think
that would be interesting.
When the game gets this big, and this is the problem, right? As the game gets bigger, you get more toxic players in because you get, like, I hate to generalize, but you get like more like little kids in who are just like being teenagers, right? Or you get basically you like as it gets bigger, you get a bigger population, you get more bad players. You know, when it's a niche thing and you have to be like really into this niche interest to like this game, then it becomes a much smaller percentage of people who are like being stupid.
Yep.
So I mean that's kind of the part of it. But like when you get a game this big, I feel like you have to have some kind of community enforcement in order to keep up with it, because there's just no way Ubisoft has the resources to enforce all these rules and everything.
Yeah.
So long story short, People suck.
Yeah.
Stop ruining our game.
I'm trying to think of like solutions to it. Like they could, I'm not saying they want to spend money, but you could just hire some random people and give them like not even that much money. You could just say like, here's $50 for you to play 50 games of Rainbow Six Siege and monitor. It would be hard. I don't know.
There's probably better, like more creative solutions to that. Like,
yeah.
Like one thing that I've thought of before is what if they did like a community reporting thing where you can report a clip and you put like the name of the player or whatever, and then it has to be reviewed by a certain number of other people, and if a certain number of other people approve that like that person was doing something wrong, then that person gets punished, and then like those people could be rewarded with like renown or with credits or something like that, like something that doesn't cost Ubisoft anything. And just like, you know, and like you obviously wouldn't choose which ones you get to review or whatever. You get on, you review 20 clips for some amount of renown.
Yeah, for 1,000 renown or something.
Yeah, they'd have to obviously find ways to make sure people aren't just skipping through, just like reporting like randomly to get renown, right? But
yeah.
I don't know. Like I think that there are ways that the community can get involved in like policing this stuff, and that's really the only way to solve it.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway, it's a problem, but
good Reddit post. Thank you, users. If you guys see anything on Reddit that you want us to talk about, go ahead and tag us. I am RD Fiasco,
and I'm just hello with 3 O's.
Just hello with 3 O's. Anything else we want to talk about before we get off and go play some of this game that we've been talking about for an hour?
No.
Me neither. Go play some Rainbow Six. So if you want to follow us, you can find us on YouTube and Twitch. I am VG Fiasco on YouTube and Twitch, and Chris is just hello with 3 O's. You pronounce that as?
Just hello.
There it is. All right, thanks, guys. Love all the support. Also, if you want to send us a question to talk about on the podcast, at R6Unrenowned on Twitter.
Yes.
Tweet at us. We would love to answer your questions.
Or you can message us on Reddit.
Or message us on Reddit or whatever. Actually, I got a message today from some guy on Reddit that was saying like he loved the podcast and thanks for making his commute better, and it was like really cool. I was like, wow.
Hey, he forwarded me that. I was like, oh freak, that's really cool.
I was like, I always hear like all these big podcasters talking about the feedback they get like that and like how cool it is. And I'm like, yeah, you're right.
It is cool. Really cool. It is cool.
So I'm gonna play with that guy sometime when he adds me on Uplay. So so tweet at us, send us messages on Reddit, whatever you want to talk about, and we'd be happy to talk about it.
Yeah. Just goodbye.